presence, the memories of my dearest friends. It's a place where even broken hearts can mend. It's a space for grace. A space for grace. I find myself in time and space. When I slow down into nothing, just to be. Through inner eyes, love is all I see. I listen for a whisper and a blissful pace. I find myself the time and space for grace. Sweet silence, perfect peace, it's just a breath away. Sweet silence, perfect peace, it's just a breath away. Sweet silence, perfect peace, it's just a breath away. Sweet silence, perfect peace, just a breath away. Hey, good morning.
I don't know, that guitar outshines.
Yeah,
You just a little.
Does it?
Yeah, you might have to get your shirt that color.
there you go.
There you go.
I was telling my wife that, because I wear all these dark, boring
No, I
colors.
know, it could be
Time.
luminescent teal.
Kinda goes with this, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that till I walked in and like, huh, that's kinda
I
cool.
match.
My sister Christy is here from Wisconsin. That's
Hi,
a lot of
Christy.
S's.
Nice to see you. Welcome. We love him so much. Yeah. We only get him one Sunday a month, but we just love him. He's precious to us. Yeah. Nice to see all of you this morning. You know, all those hymnals we have that have the little thing in the front, except the hymnals are invisible right now. They've been subjected to invisibility for the time being, but it has that blessing for a church thing at the beginning, and this one never got one, so it's a virgin copy of our blessing. I begin with these words, a transcendent treatment. Beloved of God, greeting. In my integrity within me, where I know and see as God, I know and see you, O beloved, to be free, wise, and immortal. I see you unfettered and unbound, triumphant, glorious, splendid. I see you unweighted by human thought of limitation, unweighted by matter. I see you unbound, undiseased, and buoyant. I see you strong, mighty, forceful, powerful, and divine. I see your eye lit with fire from on high. I see your tongue tipped with celestial instructions. I behold you bright and joyous. I see you victorious and undaunted. I see you spotless and beautiful. I see you deathless and abiding. I see you flawless, fearless, transcending yourself and all your affairs, independent. I see you smiling, sound, sane, strong. I see you to be the strong Son of God, brother of Jesus Christ, and joint heir of the Father to the kingdom. I see you alive with God and upheld by God's free Spirit forever. All the world sees you as I see you now and forevermore. It's called the Transcendent Treatment. Beloved of God, greeting. We greet you in the warm and loving spirit of unity. We greet you in that divine embrace of oneness. And we welcome you into the sanctuary this morning, and we welcome you online into our hearts and into the experience that this morning holds for each of us and for each of you. We welcome you in that deep place of knowing, where we know our brothers and sisters of heart, of spirit, who share our journey. And we create community. We come together in community that we might be present to one another and see ourselves in the mirror that we each reflect, that we might see and know the truth of who we are. And here in this place, we say, we are children of God. No matter where you've come from, no matter the walk you've taken to be here, no matter the experience of your human incarnation, no matter your sexuality, no matter your gender, no matter however it is that Spirit expresses through you, we are grateful for your presence. We recognize you as child of the One, the pure and perfect expression that God has created you to be. And so, in this room, on this day, we have guests that I'd like to greet, people that I may have met before or not met yet. If you're here for the first time or the second time, would you raise your hand for me? I know. Beth and Jerry have been made new by the experience of 6 months in Mexico. A perfect way to be made new. We greet you with great love. And it could get a little noisy in the background today. That wall may reverberate with the sound of children's expression, pure and perfect expression. We have older kids who are back, happy to see the grandkids, and happy to see Beth down. They're right here with us. It's only a wall that separates us. We love and bless our kids. We're so grateful for them. There's only one presence and one power active in your life and in mine. There's only one presence and one power active in your life and in mine. By any name we say, God the good, omnipotent, all power, all peace, all love, all substance, all life, and everything it takes for the movement of that perfection to express in and through each of us. There's only one presence and one power active in my life. Say that part of it with me. There's only one presence and one power active in my life. And now, there's only one presence and one power active in your life. Together? There's only one presence and one power active in your life. God the good. Omnipresent. Omnipotent. Omniscient. And so it is. Cleo, are you sharing our daily word? What a perfect daily word. Come and be with us.
So far, so good.
Yay! I love it when people run up there. That's like a miracle.
Speaking of miracles, I really like your talk. You'd like to give it to me, wouldn't you? Yes.
That would be a miracle.
Yes, please. Good morning. beloved, that this is a day of joy. That's our word for today. And what brings me joy? You. Thank you for being here. I feel joyous as I celebrate life. Each day is a treasure filled with life's gems, found in even the most ordinary moments. Joy fills my heart when I pause to notice the wonder that surrounds me. I let my gaze linger as I watch the setting sun, or close my eyes as I savor the sweetness of fresh fruit. Beneath the night sky, I breathe deeply and partake of the fresh, clean air. The beauty of the world pales in comparison to the beauty within me and you. I am so deeply wondrous, blessed to know my oneness with God and with all that is. There is no greater joy. I wake and praise each new day and feel newly alive. I go out into the world to share the joy of being a child of God in the abundant universe. I spread light and love to everyone I meet. I trust they will know the joy of God as I do. And Psalms 29, actually it's 92, but I'm dyslexic. For you, O Lord, have made me glad for your work. At the works of your hands I sing joy.
Oh, so, thank you. As always, dancing downstairs. Those stairs are, yeah. I have a dream. Railings on the stairs, wouldn't that be lovely? You know, I don't know how many of you know Steve Mason, but because we share so many Sunday mornings with him, we feel like we know him. He belongs to us, and we're all clear about that. And every Sunday we share with you is a gift to each of us. Thank you for being here, always. Yeah, makes us somehow be in a wonderful kind of alignment. It's as though when you sing, we're part of you. Thanks. Ellen, you want to Ellen, thanks. Chris, I see you being greeter this morning. Thank you for welcoming people into the gathering. And if somebody would like to be a greeter, speak with Chris this morning. She's going to be away for a little bit of time, but we've got one more Sunday with you, right? Nope, coming up. Coming up quick. Okay, so then pray for successful healing and recovery for her. Our friend Debbie is recovering from a problem with her foot, and we're sending blessings to Debbie and to anyone else who might be in need and in silent request for prayer. We are with you in prayer. We are with you in love. We see your wholeness. We know who you are, and we know the power that's at work in you, bringing forth mighty outcomes of healing and transformation. If you are in the room and you would like to submit a prayer request, the little brown box on the credenza is the prayer box. The box might be small, but the prayers that fill it are huge, and the energy that meets them is also huge. Our prayer ministers are by calling, by personal calling, willing to receive your prayers. Hold you in prayer for 30 days The prayers then go on to silent unity at Unity Village for another 30 days, or 31 as the case may be. This is the 100th anniversary of Daily Word. It's our daily prayer booklet. They're available for sale over on Credenza as well. The experience of a class that goes on for a long time, as Kathleen's class, Facets of Unity and Enneagram series. Her last class will be on the 7th. We're close enough to over that it's not an invitation to participate at this time if you're not already engaged. However, because she is who she is, I would be surprised that we have yet more to offer. In a class, we experience a state of togetherness, a kind of unity, where we grow together and grow in relationship with one another in honesty and in spiritual development and unfolding. Thank you, Kathleen, for being willing to lead this class. For those who have been a part of it, I hear back all the time the impact it's having and how people are coming to understand themselves through the Enneagram in new and different ways. So for you, we are grateful. Thank you. Next Sunday is birthday Sunday. If your birthday is in May, be sure and come, but it's also Mother's Day. So the big celebration next Sunday. The cake will be here. You just never know what kind of delights await you on this birthday Sunday. But if May is a birthday month for you, and Mother's Day is a day you wish to celebrate, either because you are one or you had one, we would wish to celebrate you. If you are a mother, we wish to celebrate you. If you had a mother, and of course it would seem that most of did, those who come directly from spirit into full-grown bodies are rare. We would like to celebrate you, please. So be here next Sunday. Board meetings on the 14th. And things that are upcoming, it's a short list this month, but that doesn't mean there isn't a lot going on. So many things are happening in this time here at Unity. So happy to see all of you. Our friend Kathy is here this morning. Kay's and my friend, she was Kay's friend long before me. And she's been my friend for at least 33 years or so. So happy to see you. And if you haven't met my partner, Kay Stewart, she's actually a rarity, but she is present this morning. You may sit.
So it goes.
And so it goes. She's the extrovert of the two of us, and if you tell her any of the things I say about her, I will not be happy. Our secrets are our secrets. It isn't like they're not everywhere and there, but she doesn't care. I only say lovely things about her. Yeah. Forever and ever. Forever and ever. Take a deep breath. Whatever happened before, whatever is yesterday's news, it has come to pass. And the option and opportunity in each day is that we are given a full, clean state of who we choose to be within ourselves, within our world, within our relationships. Every day is a new kind of day in which you write the truth of what you perceive. And in that perception, you are creating your experience. And in every experience, there is that opportunity for new beginning, a clearing, an awareness, an awakening, and a new step into the fullness of what is emerging for you in the here and in the now. As Steve sings for us and we prepare for meditation, let's do so in that sense of, this is my new opportunity for life.
The words I have to say may well be simple, but they're true. Till you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? You say it's very hard to leave behind the life we knew. There's no other way, and now it's really up to you. Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the flame we must burn. Freedom the lesson we must learn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen?
As we breathe and give ourselves permission to simply be still, I invite you to set aside whatever you're holding Hopefully your phone is on silence so that nothing can drag you away from your intention to simply, gently, easily be present to the spirit of your being. We need rest time. We need stillness. We need time when our breath is the simple focus of our mind, of our heart, of our being. It requires that we step away for a moment from the world with all its pulls and pushing and talking in our head, in our world. And say to ourselves, a moment, please. A moment, please, of stillness. Of allowing. Of simply being. Here there are no expectations. Here in the midst of your being, there are no judgments. Here in the midst of your being, there is no enemy. There is nothing to fight. There is the simplicity of simply being. Just as we are. For the universe celebrates us just as we are. So with your breath, moving with your breath, allow your attention to simply follow your breath. Like waves on a beach. Breathing in and breathing out. is in mine. It's simply along for the ride. In the breath, a stillness begins to fill my conscious body and mind. A stillness that is ever present. And in that stillness, is everything I need. In the stillness, the movement of life flows freely and easily. It's everywhere present in the body, in the being, in the mind. Everything I need emerges from this well of stillness, and it moves as the life force that reminds my body that it's perfect and whole, strong, capable. Divine intelligence moves fluidly and easily from the stillness into all the aspects of my being, coordinating, harmonizing, a perfect order. Here, filling my being with wisdom and clarity and perfect understanding. And here, as you take a deep breath, this presence of infinite love, the constant flowing forth that can never be stopped. A love without beginning and without end and without judgment and without resentment and without division. The harmony, the movement of perfect love flows through me now, and I know that I am safe, cared for, and blessed. I extend that thought to those for whom I would pray, who are loved without condition, and the power of love unites and binds and holds together all the pieces that bless you. Everything that moves in and through you is a part of that movement of pure love. And it's enough. the deepest place of our being, a light shines, an eternal, infinite light, 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 guides me in every step I take, guides you in every place you find yourself, in this and every moment. In that knowing we give thanks, for it is true now as it is true always, and our hearts are filled with gratitude. And so it is. Amen.
This is the part where the musician says, I think I want to do a different song that I was thinking of singing. So the word of the day is joy. I love that. So, and I don't know about the still small voice. Is that what you listed? Still small. So my mom had a still small voice the last part of her life. She could barely speak. And we were talking on the way up here today. We live in Glenwood, Evans area, reminiscing a little bit. My wife asked, Karen asked my sister Christy and me about some happy times, because we can easily commiserate about the not happy times, right, with the parents. And so it was really cool, because I was telling them that I think one of my happiest memories with my mom, whose name was Joyce, hence Joy, was near the end. She would pat my hand and say, "You're a good man. You're a good man." So that was good. So, and then Christy and I were talking a few years ago when I wrote this song, and she was like, "We have a different memory of Mom." I put a lot of the good parts in the song. So anyway, my mom was Joyce. Joy with a Smile is the song, but she had this amazing ability, especially when she was sick at the end of her life, to uplift people. So it's called Joy with a Smile. A tough little tomboy riding horses with friends, always playing, wishing summer'd never end. When the ride got rough, she'd have a smile on her face, that smile the definition of her childhood days. She met herself a sailing in her tough teen years, headed down to Cali without no fear. In 2 weeks they were married, so quickly it seemed, you think? Smile the definition of their American dream. They called her Joy, Joy, Joy. It's no surprise, smiling out from her pretty brown eyes. She crossed so many country miles, from a cracker box shack to houses with style. That was joy with a smile, joy with a smile, joy with a smile. If it weren't for dreams, there'd be no heartache. Her sailor left the final time, her body began to ache. Her smile was just a way to keep illness at bay. Those who knew her closely said, well, joy is just that way. over seasons, over years. All the dwindling anger and fear, but she lifted those around her. A tough broad with style could never take the smile from joy, or take the joy from the smile. They called her Joy, Joy, Joy. It's no surprise, smiling out from her pretty brown eyes. She crossed so many country miles, from a cracker box shack to houses with style. That was joy with a smile, joy with a smile, joy with a smile. She would have turned 90 almost the other day. She would have smiled and cursed, 'cause that was her way. She couldn't say much more, but that would have been enough. When you got joy and a smile, you got a life of love. They called her Joy, Joy, Joy. It's no surprise, smiling out from her pretty brown eyes. She crossed so many country miles, from a cracker box shack to houses with style. That was joy with a smile, joy with a smile, joy with a smile, joy with a smile, 'cause joy with a smile. Tough little tomboy riding horses with friends, always playing, wishing summer never ends. Happy Mother's Day.
Microphone problem. It flies off the note. It's a divine moment to stop talking. Something in the back of it's not holding it together well. I think it's okay. It's just moving around a lot. I'll be quiet.
It's mobile.
I won't be quiet, you know better than that. Oh, whoa, whoa. Where to start, where to start, where to start? Just like every Sunday, where to start, where to start, where to start, where's the thread? They ask, where's the thread that guides us in what we're doing? Before we do anything, looking for that thread. But what's guiding me in this moment? Where am I moving? What am I listening for? How am I tuning in? Would be a question to be asking all day long, every day. That sense of, where's my attention? Pulling it back. Where's the voice? I don't hear it, but I know, I'm told that there's a voice that speaks in me. A source of my guidance, a source of my movement, a source of creative energy that's always stimulating and moving the deepest parts of myself forward, that they might be more accessible for my listening, for my hearing, for my guidance, for my understanding. A long time ago, in my first ministry, I was doing a lot of deep inner work. what about my parents? What else? What else did we work on, really? It just comes up and up and up until we resolve it, and then there's another wave of it. So, thinking it'll be over anyway. I was doing a lot of deep work, and found myself in one of those places where I thought my son was like 7, 8. I was at the bottom of the lowest point that I had experienced. One of those where you really think, I can't go on from this place. I cannot do it anymore. I just simply can't get it together to do it anymore. And I hung around in that state for a few days, and maybe only a couple of days. And then I was prompted, that an interesting word, prompted, why? Prompted how? Where does that come from, that prompting? Because everything felt so hopeless and dark in that time. But I had still been living out of the mindset that it was up to me to make it all work. Even though I'd been to ministerial school, was in my first ministry, my brain function was based on the idea that I had to do everything to make it work. And I just couldn't anymore. And so there I am in this state, and there's this prompting. Like, I think I'll go to the used bookstore down the street. It's not what you normally think out of that state. I'll go to the used bookstore down the street. I mean, is that a message, or was it a delusion? It was a message. And in the bookstore, as I'm wandering around among these aged books, there's a book by an author named Ella Wheeler Wilcox on the shelf. I'd never seen a book by her, but her poetry was frequently quoted in metaphysical literature that I'd studied in ministerial school. And I pulled the book down from the shelf, and it opened automatically. How do you say that? And in it was a 4-leaf clover, a perfect dried 4-leaf clover that somebody had marked that spot with, or somebody had been prompted to leave in that book. And as I looked, there was yet another 4-leaf clover further in the book, and it changed everything. Not about, wasn't I lucky, or wasn't I somehow, I should go play the lottery. I don't even know if we had the lottery then. And not that. An awareness that roared through me that I was not in charge. That which had been going on in me made me move into a condition of such surrender, even if it was to the unpleasant feelings I was having, to receive this incredible guidance. It's not over, and you can go on. And I remember it feeling exactly like that. It's not over, and you can go on. And I knew that guidance was coming at me from all directions that I hadn't known how to hear. Or if I had heard it, and in recognition, in reflection, it was clear that everything that I had been doing was part of that unfolding. To that very moment when I was ripe enough to be plucked in consciousness and opened, that which was within was guiding my steps. Do I doubt it? Frequently. Is it always working? Always. If I can get far enough out of the way of allowing that which is going on in my mental world to be observed, witnessed, rather than allowed to be in charge, I can hear amazing things. Not from all directions. It can be the book on the shelf, it can be signs, it can be, think about moments when the guidance was so clear within you. Think about it. Think how it moved you or changed you. It didn't say, I've come to tell you your purpose. I've come to tell you who you really are. Not that voice. A still, small voice. Why is it described that way? It's not a voice of power over. It is that which is a part of the incredible movement of spirit within us, communicating constantly in ways that are not delusional, not fantasy, but not some crisis of our mind necessarily. It can be that way. It's everywhere present. And communicating to us from all directions at all times, but inspired from within, from that deeper realm of our own consciousness, as though we're a magnet for divine messaging that's pulled to us from all directions. In just the way that we can see it when we allow ourselves to be in alignment with it. And so it comes to us in intuition. Just how did you know to turn right there? How did you know? Why in just that moment did you show up at just that place in just that way that generated for you the right turn or the left turn or the next turn without even knowing what you were doing, and yet following this light path within that's always coaching, always there, not with judgment, never with judgment. I will always remember Leslie Temple Thurston correcting me one day when she said, Spirit never speaks to you with harshness, never speaks to you in critical voice, never projects on you judgment. It is always the comforting, aligning, and forward moving. If you're hearing it condemning you, chastising you, judging you, finding fault with you, it is a false voice. It is not of spirit. You say, well, and the voice said to me, and we think, no, that's not the voice. That's not the voice. The voice that speaks in you and through you and through the universe to you is always a voice of comfort, safety, blessing, love, goodness, higher step, a perspective that's going to grant you more freedom, more spaciousness, more openness. It doesn't do it with force, it does it through this that we call alignment. Aligning you. We go back to our early days in spiritual, if we call it spiritual, exposure, that our sinful lives, our sinful selves, our worm of the dust selves could never do it right. That God was always judging, always on guard, with you being somehow helpless, hopeless, needing to be something you were seen not to be. Always there, vigilant, vigilant, vigilant. No matter how many times we come into the revelation of our spiritual wholeness, fullness, completeness, perfection, if you will, just as we are. No matter how many times we come into the revelation, when we hear ourselves in our minds say, oh, here's evidence of my flaws, it's as though we've taken residence in a belief about a God that would find judgment, fault, and imperfection, wasted energy in the form of a human being. Like, yeah, created all that is and can ever be except me, the flawed, worthless creation of he must have been out for lunch. The whole extreme of this spiritual awakening is to come to understand that that which we are is in direct communication with us, consistently and ongoingly. And the place we find ourselves is the place where always the guidance is. Ellen, can you turn me down for a minute? So how does it come to us? It comes as road signs. It comes, I mean, I'm not kidding. It comes here, it's there, it speaks to us from all directions. Signs and symbols, something we hold in our hand that suddenly has an energetic that cooperates with the opening of our awareness in that moment. Some person says, I hear a voice in me. Some other person says, no, it's like a subtle hum. It's like a subtle hum in that feeling of communication. Somebody else says, no, I have a gut response. Somebody else says, it's a whispering sensation that pulsates just beneath the surface of my being. I like that one. Someone else says, oh, it's synchronicity. somebody else said, oh, it was an accident. I just turned there and that's what happened. No, 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 we listen, we observe, we watch for it. Why? Because it's so important. Sometimes we make stuff up just to have our own way. And my guidance said, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and we look back over our shoulder and we say, what was I thinking? And then in that thinking, we discover that we actually were precipitating another growth wave, another movement. We say, oh, it was a mistake, it was a mistake. No, no, we were listening to something. However, when we're trying to get it to do what we want it to do, we frequently find ourselves out of flow. And in that out of flow state, we discover that it gets rocky. That we feel that sense of just running into barricades. Well, you can be following your still small voice, or the voice within you, or the communication of the spirit of your being, and still come up against rocky, hard places. Why? Because that's part of the organicity of all of this, the shifting, moving state of growing and unfolding in consciousness. I listened and my life went to hell. I listened and did what I thought I was being told, and everything fell apart. Within every prompting, there is that incredible, what can I call it, like ingenuity that knows its own rhythm of creation. Well, if it came apart, let's see what comes next. Was I trying to do it my way? Was my ego trying to control everything in my life again? My other self? Oh, yes. Yes. Maybe. I didn't get my own way. Well, maybe. You cannot stop what I call the ceaseless, infinite flow of good that's moving in and through and evolving each creative element of life. And in all of these places are the hidden pieces that are just the exact fit for the foot that I'm about to put in. So, I don't know, maybe I'm going crazy. I think I should go from here to there. I think I should leave my job. I think I should do this. I think I should move to Arizona. Stay home. I think I'm in love. I think we should get married and live happily ever after. Who said that? Well, maybe. Maybe. Happily ever after, maybe. What prompts you? What prompts you? What prompts you? Is it just this insanity, trying to come up with another reason that life will be better if I... What prompts you? There's a possibility for a deepening that prompts you in ways you have not yet heard. and it's taking you someplace you may not have been before. Or maybe it's simply turning left, or maybe it's simply turning right, in the knowing that there's no place to be other than centered in the heart and the life and the love and the perfection of Spirit. And so there's a little adventure out there. And in the absolute, what we know is what we call the still small voice, is part of that creative process of life unfolding one petal after another in the interest of our divine inheritance and heritage. And we feel a whole lot better when we cooperate with it than fight against it. How long does it take? As long as it takes. Moses, God bless him. Such a great example. Out tending the flock one day, on a path, just have a life, changed life, killed a guy, didn't really mean to, wasn't on his agenda, it happened, he ran away, he created a family, he created a life, he created a life that worked. He's on the path, he's climbing the path. Suddenly a bush explodes, it says, beside him on the path. He just simply stopped to relieve himself. When divine inspiration exploded in him. Do we think he really heard a voice out there calling to him from the bush? Or was the experience an internal experience that was prompting him so powerfully that the life that he knew from that moment on was transformed by the awareness? Remove your shoes. You are standing on holy ground. Remove your shoes. Uncover your understanding, your awareness, that you might hear and know directly, right? Who are you talking to me? I am that I am. I am the constancy of that which will lead and guide and bring forth that which has never been known before. Other people have their inspiration, you have your own. You think that's like hers or his or somebody else's? It speaks to us individually and uniquely and wondrously. Uncover your understanding and realize that that which is working on your behalf is greater than anything that can stand in your way in this world or in other worlds as such. There's a still small voice that's changing minds and lives, and for those who are open and willing to hear, changing everything in every moment. Why not? Why not give over? Something's got to do a better job than what this is doing every day. In fear, in separation. We are magical. We are created in majesty. We are guided in every breath. It can be no other way. I say, I've proven that if not forgotten it enough times that I've come to know it pretty well, the ups, the downs, and the in-betweens. I like working with spirit better than my own mind. It can be a very scary place. Let us share our ties and love our friends. As we share our ties and love our friends, we do so in the awareness that we live and move and have our being in a system of pure abundance. Shortage happens between human beings. Shortage is not the principle. Shortage is a mindset that determines our exchange and what we believe to be true. It's a mind thing. Abundance is our nature. When I say that, when we say that together, we believe it is true. We are of the kingdom of abundance. I give joyfully and easily, for God is my source, and abundance is my nature. I give joyfully and easily, for God is my source, and abundance is my nature. And we give thanks, and so it is.
Thank you for your love and more, gifts untold, shelter from the cold. When I'm feeling sad or lonely, let me know I'm not the only one who's ever been here. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for. Thank you for. Thank you for. Thank you for your gifts and more. That's what I thank you for.
The kids are coming, I think. Thank you all for being here this morning. Thanks for creating community with one another in a way that really matters. Come on in, y'all.
It's a crowd.
It's a crowd, look. Well, I hope Miss Sky ate her Wheaties this morning. Hi, you guys. Wow. Line yourselves up.
Oh, you want to go down and see her? You go down and see her.
I can't see. Whoa! Here it comes. I love this. This is my favorite part. Children of light, let's bless our children. Children of light, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. I so so all these people, yeah, you'll even taller if you stand by me. Join me in our prayer for protection if you're. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Again, thank you all for being here. We love our kids. We love you. Stand and make our circle and let's sing our peace song.
You just released my Hi.
No, mine is a giraffe.